Looks like he's maybe slowing down a little bit. Once again, LAPD right up behind him. And it does look like he's slowing down. Now in the 50s, about 50 miles per hour, getting over to the right, behind a truck, going around this tanker, and maybe showing signs of getting off of the 105 freeway. That's what it looks like. Looks like he's searching for an off-ramp just past Western. And there it is. There's the exit ramp he was looking for. Getting off at what appears to be Vermont. Slowing down, coming up to a red light here. Through the red, making a right. A southbound turn onto Vermont Avenue. And now we have what was a high-speed freeway pursuit ending up on surface streets here in the Hawthorne area. So southbound on Vermont, and again, slowing down for that intersection. He's got the green light, so he's definitely easing up on that gas pedal. And just as I say that, there he is, gassing it up once again. Picking up a little speed, definitely going above the speed limit here. And either a U-turn or a left turn. It's a left turn onto 126th Street. And it certainly looks like the suspect is making it up as he goes along. And there go the lights. You saw him black out there for just a second, shutting off the headlights. Now the headlights are back on, weaving his way through South LA off of 126th Street. Continuing northbound Hoover Street now, coming up on another green light, making the right turn here. This is going to be 120th Street. Again, just kind of making this up as he goes along. These appear to be relatively random maneuvers, random turns through the Gardena area. And again, this is a wanted shooting suspect behind the wheel here. We have not been able to get a great look in the passenger seat. Those windows heavily tinted. No passenger in the front seat. So no passenger in the front seat. The driver appears to be alone in front, possibly armed and dangerous. Again, this is related to a shooting that took place just before 8 o'clock this evening. LAPD picking this pursuit up after a short following on the 101 freeway in downtown LA, ending up on the 10 freeway out to West LA, onto the 405, and down past LAX. And now we find ourselves here in Gardena after a brief stint on the 105 freeway. He is basically zigzagging his way through this part of town. He's been pretty lucky with these lights, mostly green lights and not a whole lot of traffic. Not much traffic on the freeway, and as we navigate these surface streets, not much traffic out at all on this Thursday night. The little traffic that he encounters, we've seen a clear effort to just weave around and continue on here. But at times, just like this, he lets that LAPD unit get right up behind him without any without any erratic maneuver. Sometimes we see the driver get really agitated. Looks like something might have come out of the window there, unless he just rolled over some debris. That could very well be. What was that? Maybe some leaves. Yeah, it looked like something came flying out, but it might have just been some leaves that he ran over there. Anyways, he has basically done a little loop around here. Now back on Ainsworth Street after getting off at Ainsworth on 120th, and now again, as I mentioned, just kind of randomly making some unpredictable turns here, and that is not what they would like to see. If there was any hope of establishing a spike strip, it's not going to work with this guy. These are just very unpredictable turns. He's not giving them an opportunity to develop a pattern and get into position for a spike strip. So for now, they will have to basically just do what they're doing here, with the exception of that pit maneuver option. These speeds at times appear to be very manageable. In fact, definitely slow enough for a well-executed pit maneuver if the watch commander gives the go-ahead here. So we may see that if they decide to use that tactic. But again, as I say, it's almost a little bit surprising to see just how close that lead officer has gotten to this suspect without any attempt to pit him. It certainly could be that the information they have relative to his weaponry on board may give them second thoughts on executing a pit maneuver. Again, as far as we know, though, last we checked, does not appear to be anybody else inside this car, at least in the front seat. Impossible to see through the back. Again, those windows very heavily tinted. A possible 2013 Infiniti, black in color, coming up on this same intersection once again, Hoover Street and 121st this time. So we've been right in this neighborhood now for the better part of the last few minutes, and additional LAPD units joining the pursuit here. We now have a full handful of LAPD officers in pursuit after a complete loop off of Hoover Street, down 121st now. What's going on here? Some folks coming out. Apparently he knows somebody here. They know him, and some family members or friends trying to get involved here and coaxing the suspect out. He now has his hands and arms up in the air, complying, but they need those relatives to step back. Those officers now getting into position here with their guns trained on that suspect who has led police on a high-speed pursuit down the freeway and through the streets of South LA, now ending up in what I believe is going to be Gardenia's jurisdiction. You can see the suspect now proned out on the pavement in the middle of Laconia Boulevard. Family members now backing up, standing back after approaching the vehicle. LAPD with an arrest team approaching the suspect here. They want to bring this to a swift end before any of those family members decides to do anything unpredictable or tries to get involved here like they just did just a second ago. Very, very tense situation when you have a suspect obviously in distress. Fortunately, though, it looks like he is giving himself up here in the middle of the street. Again, that's Laconia Boulevard that we're looking at here, just south of Ainsworth. LAPD gently taking the suspect into custody. Fortunately, a peaceful resolution as this suspect is willing to give himself up without incident. They're in the process of clearing the vehicle as well. Looks like there's nobody else inside the car. They're going to wait to pop that trunk, though, before giving the code 4. You can see officers standing next to the trunk. and they just want to make sure that the car is indeed completely empty. One suspect now in custody here. As they pop that trunk, we'll be able to see and confirm, hopefully, there is nobody else inside here, and I would imagine they will be approaching the family members here in just a second, or I presume to be family, and it does look like that suspect's vehicle has been cleared. Family members standing back. And again, a bit of a relief for these LAPD officers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units at the end. 7, 8. Look at this. Additional units arriving on scene here. Now about a dozen units all together at the conclusion of this pursuit. We will have the very latest on this pursuit coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 11 o'clock. But again, thank goodness all's well that ends well here in South LA. Actually, in Gardena is where we are. Reporting live from ABC7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC7 Eyewitness News.